got involved in shorting the SPYs a little bit in the pre-market. You can see that after yesterday's hard sell-off down to 241.35, we bounced this morning with Europe, and we failed right at this kind of support area right here. So we'll use this 242.50, 242.70, let's call it, right here. We actually get back above there, start to hold, and would be wise to cover any shorts you established this morning into the pop. IWM. Failed the same spot as yesterday, the prior day pretty much. Came off to 139.80s, it looks like. This morning I just watched 141, pops up to 141, 141.20. This area right here fails again. Support down at 139.50, 139. Qs. The Qs, obviously, we saw some weakness in Apple has been weak the last couple of days. We saw Amazon. If we look at it, it bottomed here, and this was a really hard sell-off, and it's part of the reason why I kind of wanted to short Apple when it came back to an area where it was a good restored on the short side. Now, after popping back up to 141, it failed. It came back, it retested the lows a couple times, and it started to hold above 140.50, and you got the gap up 2 days ago. That was immediately sold, so it's never closed above 141, and it's now tested the recent pullback low 4 times, including the pre-market today. It's hard not to be bearish on it, as long as I think I put some levels. I'm sure the game plan.
RE pricing $3.5 million offering at $9 per share. Golf Michael Romeo Echo.
So 138.70 to 139.
Coming up to the open fit trading on the NYMEX for energy markets. WTI crude down about 9 cents. Been up 4 straight sessions.
So, gapped above here, came back down. They had a gap down and tested here on the open that day. That's what I'd be looking at. 138.70s to like 139. If it came back up here, if I got above it, within a half hour was back down below this, be some vicious selling. So. So Amazon broke the support from the last week or so, but it's nowhere close to the recent support. Tesla. These are all big parts of the Qs. Amazon obviously much bigger parts than Tesla. So Tesla took out, we played off the support a few times. It worked really well the most recent time, went up $15 from there. 4th time was the charm for the breakthrough, and it filled the gap, it looks like, in the after hours to 360. So, this obviously is an incredibly strong longer-term uptrend, and certainly giving it a shot on the long side in the low 360 area makes sense. And then we'll get that Apple at the end of the meeting. So not really much in play today. So certainly looking at the market and looking at the Qs could work. PChex was in line, slight guide down. Here's the recent price action. Looks like there's a lot of support here. The low 58s. $58.50, $58.30. I gave lower supports, I think. These. Right. It was already gapping down in the pre-market, so I thought this was a little bit too close to use this. Thought 58 was a little bit safer. That was my thought process there. Obviously, if it opens above 58.5, you can watch how it behaves right here. Sold the last 5 days coming into earnings. It's not a volatile stock. If it has a dollar range today, that would be pretty impressive. If they flushed it down to 58 and bounced back to 59.20-ish, kind of where it broke down yesterday, we give it a 1.5 ATR. NTNX. I got a contract with Google. I don't know what the value is. I have no details. Certainly was sold yesterday with the market, and the Google contract has got it to gap right back up here to 20. You can use that as an inflection on the open. See that another pop from 17 to 21 recently. It's been a lot heavier volume recently. It used to be a little bit thinner. So it's going to do, should do at least 5 million shares today. Yeah, look at 1950 on the sheets. In the last couple of days, it's really 1935. It spiked down there. 1935, it spiked on the open yesterday. Then when it tried to bounce, it failed and went down with the market. Certainly this area right here, spot you want to look, see if buyers step in, or people really like this Google contract thing, but maybe have a little bit of a flush below 20 right in the open, then you'll see it start to hold above 2010 for a move to 21. GBT, one of their drugs got into this program in the EU, kind of seems like fast track in the US. Chart's pretty dirty the last week or so, up and down. That's what I mean by dirty. It's like up, big down, big up, big down, down, up. It's just, it's a very strong argument to take money off the table as soon as you catch a point in it. It sold off from $40 down here to, it's around $28.50. Yeah, it's a tough one. I would say if it popped quickly on the open to 31 and had trouble there, I'd probably just short it. Wouldn't risk more than 20-30 cents just to see. Then quickly came down $1 just because it has so much up and down action. Ends up getting a tight consolidation above $30. Then I'd be more confident in playing it for a move on the long side. CARA, pretty nice, I thought, for us yesterday. After topping out above 28, came back down below, consolidated for a couple hours, never got back above, broke to the downside, came off about $1.50 here. So there was money to be made. Covered some into 26. This morning, I don't know, something with somehow I got stopped out in the pre-market. I didn't think my stop was supposed to work in the pre-market, so I'll have to look into that. But I think now it's already come back down from this spike in the pre-market. I think it should stay below 27.50 today. It's going to come off, and then look for the deeper pullback today. So put in the high, look for a lower high today, and then look for it to kind of come back and see what happens into 25. DRI was very strong yesterday. Did come off in the afternoon with the market, but on the open consolidated above prior resistance and had a strong multi-point opening drive. Let's see how clean the reversal was. Tested prior resistance with support here in the 92.30, 92.50 area. Broke to the upside, consolidated, and then took out the morning high, went up a couple of dollars. And then once it couldn't hold above 95, twice it failed there and then had a hard down move. It did retrace to where it broke down from. So this is a pretty clean reversal, actually. So and take it to high, you see the first sign of weakness. This is how you trade a reversal in a strong stock. You see first signs of weakness, and then you try to short it in the retracement back to 94.75, 94.80, where people started to hit it. Your risk is covering up here. In this case, the market I think helped it and came off a couple of dollars. Came back down to where it was accumulated in the morning. When it gets back above 93, I'd be looking at the long side. T-Mobile, I bought that at 60 in the pre-market. Because of the strong drive in the pre-market, I got a little bit more aggressive buying it on the open. Didn't think I'd be able to buy it back here again. Was right, so bought it on the flush here at 61, and it retested, eventually broke to the upside. I only waited for a move to 62, got to 62.5, and I think that was it for that. Came off in the afternoon, but yeah, it's not particularly bullish. I mean, it only closed $1 above the pre-market support. If it starts to hold below 61, maybe we get a retest here and see what happens in the 60 area. Starts to get a close above 62, I'd feel better about it on the long side again. ALDR, this one bounced off of our level from the morning meeting at 14, right on the open. Went up over $1.50, so this was a very nice setup and clean for number one idea yesterday. Tried to roll over below 15, but then broke to the upside. I thought this is what made it a little bit confusing. Came off about 80 cents here, actually $1, consolidated tight, and then broke up, but did make a lower high, and then eventually came off and closed weak, and so it does seem like it could be set up for lower prices today. Again, look at the volume here on the open. Bottom fishers came in, they drove it up almost $2, and then once they were done buying the dip, sellers controlled the rest of the day. So unless I saw this above 14.50 today, I'd be more focused on the short side.
Hope you enjoyed that video. You can actually watch that video if you're subscribed to our Trader 90 before the market even opens. What stocks are in play? What levels in those stocks are important? And how we might go about attacking that stock. That's Steve Spencer, 20-year veteran trader, laying it out there every morning before the market even opens. A really, really powerful tool to start your session off on the right foot. So right now we're offering a trial that you can take advantage of to access this meeting and other meetings throughout the day. We have a meeting at 11 a.m. Eastern where you can sit down with Mike Bellafiore and listen to him talk about what's going on during the morning session, what stocks were in play, what the best trade opportunities were, as well as maybe some things that we're looking at heading into the afternoon session. So I really encourage you to take advantage of that trial.